Quantum physics is the most valid, tested science on this planet. There is no science with more truth than quantum physics. The emphasis is on this, is that the primary principle of quantum physics is that consciousness is creating our life experience. And how we redirect or direct our consciousness really determines how life unfolds for us as individuals. But we also recognize in a state of collective consciousness, there's an amplification that allows the experience to be more manifest. So basically, our belief about consciousness in the world is, oh yes, we have consciousness. I can see its activity by putting wires on my head called an EEG, and I could read consciousness inside my head. But a newer technique called MEG, magnetoencephalograph, reveals that we can read consciousness out here, probes outside of the head. I say, what is the relevance to that? And I say, our consciousness is not contained within our body. Our consciousness is broadcast into the field by the ability to read that consciousness without touching the body. I go, so well, what does that all represent? I say, our thoughts, be they positive thoughts or negative thoughts, are vibrations sent out to the field. And you go, so, and I go, a simple quote from Einstein is the field, the vibrations, are the sole source that controls the particle, matter. I go, vibrations shape matter, and so our thoughts as vibrations are influencing the field, and this is exactly what quantum physics said. Yes, our thoughts are manifesting our reality. But a very quick insight into the nature of a meditation process, and that is simply this. The brain works by electrical activity. Neurons have electrical activity, they fire, that's how we can read the EEG, the electroencephalograph. And the broadcast of that energy goes out at least a certain distance that we can pick up with a magnetoencephalograph. And since vibration is shaping the world, we have a limited influence in shaping the world around us. But we also know the heart is a very serious generator of electrical vibrations and fields. You can read a heartbeat about anywhere from 12 to 15 feet away from a person. You could take a probe and read the electrical activity of their heart. I say, so what's relevant? And the answer is this. We now recognize, especially through an organization called HeartMath, that if we put our consciousness coming through our heart, it amplifies the consciousness magnitude greater than what it is. And I say, why is it relevant? Because then our consciousness has more power in influencing the character of not just our lives, but those around us. So the point is very simple. Each of us is a tuning fork, and if we can take that vibration and come from the heart, we can change the vibration of the field, and the field is what governs the nature of matter. We have a very powerful influence. So a meditation is a very important aspect of self-empowerment. And I say we need self-empowerment right now for a very important reason, and that is simply this, is that civilization is now facing what is called the sixth mass extinction of life. 5 times in the history of this planet, life was thriving, and some catastrophic event wiped out up to 90% of life. The last time, 66 million years ago, the world was flush, rich life, and dinosaurs all over the place. And then a comet hit near Mexico, upended the environment, and the extinction of mass numbers of life on this planet occurred with the loss of the dinosaurs. Well, today we are in a mass extinction, science has recognized. And the significance is it's human behavior that is manifesting this. And what we have to recognize is we have to change our consciousness and our behavior, because our collective consciousness is unfortunately not supporting our viability on this world. That we are living out of harmony with the planet and out of harmony with each other. And this disharmony is disrupting the garden, simple as that. And so there's a very important insight that says this, is that we have to recognize what's going on. And so just to quickly make sense of it, I want to give, it's an analogy, but it's more than an analogy. It's a story of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. Very simply this, it's a metamorphosis. I say, what does it represent? Well, the caterpillar is a very voracious organism. You put a caterpillar on a bush and come back a day or so later, all of the leaves are going to be eaten off of that bush. It goes on until it actually destroys its environment. And then it goes into something called a chrysalis or a pupa, where metamorphosis is occurring. I said, what's going on? I say, there's a breakdown of the caterpillar Well, simultaneously, there's a building up of a new organism called the butterfly. And so in the pupa or chrysalis, it's a period of chaos going on. Some stuff, caterpillar cells breaking down, butterfly cells being built. And I go, so what's relevant? And the answer is this, is that the birthing process leads to a butterfly, a different organism that has the lightest touch on the environment. I say, so the relevance is simply conclusion, analogy, same story, repeated. Human civilization has been in a caterpillar stage, voraciously destroying the environment in which we are living. We realize now we're coming to an end. We're in that mass extinction. It's not 1,000 years from now. It's in many of your generations will see this process, which is occurring right now, a breakdown, and that we are actually not going to an end, but we're breaking down for a new beginning. And the new beginning is a consciousness, a new image, a new way of behaving, a new way of learning to live in harmony. We're going from a Darwinian view where there's a struggle, a competition for survival, and it's a very stressful world, to a new world of understanding, a new evolution that recognizes evolution isn't based on competition, it's based on cooperation, that we're creating a community. It's community that is representing evolution, that we're stop focusing on the part that's coming down, and it's time for us to put our energy into what we are building up. We're building a new civilization. You are here on this broadcast because you're already part of what are called the cultural creatives. You're part of those people that are saying, give me another answer to what's going on. And so, in very brief terms, I hope, a summary is this: what's going on? You're seeing the chaos of a breakdown of a civilization that's not sustainable. That's why we're in extinction. And while that's coming down, you can either focus on the breakdown or you can start to focus on what's new and what we're building. Because if we redirect our attention in that way, then we will be supporting with our consciousness this building of a new civilization, not based on survival, based on thrival, based on thriving into the future. We're coming into a metamorphosis. And so when you look outside the window or get online, recognize that the chaos you see is actually really good, because it is the coming down of an old non-sustainable system. Well, we're simultaneously, and why you're here, and that's why you're so important in this community, is each one of us is a tuning fork, broadcasting a vision of a future civilization based on harmony, peace, and love, on Uplift. And this is why we're here. So thank you for your attention on this, because if we can start to redirect our thinking and bring it from our heart, we will amplify the opportunity of creating a new civilization. Thank you for being here.
Okay, cool. So glad you made it to the end of the video. That means something to me. And if you're into this type of thing, it'd be great if you subscribe to our channel by clicking the logo here in the top right hand corner, and also hit the bell icon to be notified when we upload new videos. That's it for now. Yeah, high vibes, high vibes, high vibes. Peace in the highest vibration. Yeah.